Okay, continuing on. Now, I pulled cards. I wanted to know about the world stage, what's going on. Now, what I'm getting with this is more of things I think that we need to be apprised of, and things that we need to look at and we need to go deeper with, because going into it, we have this toxic brew. We have the beneficial things, the dark versus the light, needing to come to a balance within ourselves and integrity, etc., when it comes to the world situation. Because under it we have clouds, we have these difficult things that are being dealt with all over, when it comes to who's holding power, how it's being used, and to influence things, to conjure up things, etc., all of that realm. And it is above it, it's about this continuing, this little bit of that darker mentality, and being lost in these illusions and delusions that are happening, being ruled by these emotional upheavals, the moon and the other things that are going as well, that we're going through now. It could also be astrological things that the world is dealing with, and people are just sitting there howling, howling at the moon and bemoaning what is happening with these darker aspects as they are being revealed. Okay, so when I see that, the angel with this mix of things, again, we have to look for the higher, go to the higher things within all of this. Now, the next thing that was coming up was about what's being offered. Now you see he's coming out, and we have the offering, we have the toxic elements. Okay, we have the dragon, we have the snake in the cup, these toxic elements. And what's above it is this reveling, you have again maybe drinking, drugs, and I think this is all the toxic elements, whether it's for mental, emotional things that one is engaging in. And that is key. That's one key thing to look at. All of these toxins that are happening, whether it's environmentally, whether it's stuff you're ingesting, but it's about looking at all these toxicities that are happening. Now we know we have toxins in the water. We have toxins of drugs, fentanyl, all those things happening. Toxins in our foods. So many things we've been told for so many years about eating and things are totally bogus. So that's something to be aware of, the toxic environment. All of these things that we're ingesting, whether it's mentally or physically or the environment, we need to be aware of those things that are being offered. But again, it's coming out of here, out of this ocean of drama, and it is affecting us on so many levels, physically, mentally, emotionally. Okay, so the next thing we have is this buying and selling, or what is being offered, or what are you holding to, or what needs to be given. So it's again looking at who's got the power, what is the power being held on, are things being given, or is it needing to have a handout? It's about looking at these things deeper. And something that was kind of hidden in there is the comb. So these things need to be looked at with a fine-tooth comb. about the buying, the selling, the offering? Maybe things need to be more offered, or is it about corruption that's happening? So again, that would go on with the toxic things that are taking place that are all in this mix that we're going through right now on the world stage, and things that we need to be apprised of and look at in our own existence as well. So let's continue forward. So what we have for the challenge is things being blocked mentally. We have a lot of blockages mentally and by friends. Now, this could be, again, on that world stage, those that are putting out the drama, again, coming back to here, of fallacy, again, toxins that we're dealing with that people are not really addressing, okay, not taking it in mentally. But the clarification is also the hidden things. And when we have the woman here, it's a new mental state coming in. I think it has to do with more things being revealed psychically. We have to go deeper and look, not just take at face value what's being presented out there. We have to do our research and dig deeper, because what we have underneath of it is what assets do you have, and what assets are there on the world stage where we live. Again, now where you live, your house, it could be your country, it could be your physicality, it could be your mental state, where you live, okay? We look at the assets that are there. What do we have to hold to? And then the last thing is we have to do meditation, calm the mind, go into the heart to, again, get some answers. This is the going into the heart, the emotional, staying in the heart, and the mental. You need to come into alignment, the heart and the mind, okay? Going into that repose and looking deeper. And if you look deeper, then these things that have been hidden will be revealed to you. So it's saying that basically that it's a time of that we're going through, that we have to look deeper at the things being presented, what's toxic, what's not, and again, we can come to more knowledge and better things, but we're going through this time of difficulty now. So let's break this down. We have going into it the spins, the misinformation, maybe things that one has been following, that believe to be true, which are not inherently true. And we have this stuff in the mix now. We need to come to grounding, to balance when it comes to looking at these things. And this is addressing the stuff that's been hidden, okay? We need to, again, start to address these things. So let's go forward. What's being bought and sold, and what do we actually have there in assets that we can hold to? Now, assets doesn't necessarily mean monetary. It's stuff in your daily life, things that you are holding to, that you have. Maybe you have something that could benefit somebody else, okay? Maybe you can be there to aid another one with what you have to offer. Again, doesn't always necessarily mean monetary. It just means that the things that you have that are of benefit. So next we have to look at this thing's being offered. What's being offered up by the world, and that maybe people have been imbibing in, but it's not to your benefit. Whether it's alcohol, drugs, whether it's toxic foods, whether it's mentally toxic, whether it's environmentally toxic, that we've been reveling in, that we really need to look deeper and see what is really being offered and how it's being offered and what is the toxicity with it. So again, something that we need to be apprised of. Where have we been blocked and unwilling to see? It's time to now spend the time to still the mind and go within to uncover more depth in your spiritual life, within your knowledge. If you come to that point of retreat and meditation, you need to look at deeper what you've been blocking, because you can't change something if you can't see it. So the first thing is coming to that and being able to see, and then you can step into more control of your power, your energies, etc., and you can go forward in a better way. So basically what it's saying, we need to become aware of all the toxins that are out there, whether it's politically, whether it's environmentally, whether it's physically. It's hitting all of these realms, and we need to come to balance. We need to see what we're putting in that cauldron, in that pot that we're ingesting into our lives, and we need to come to a balance. It's really like a lot of things have been revealed, which again, that we were told. I know in my own journey, I can only tell you from things that I've been going through here, that things that we've been told about food systems have been totally upended and overturned. They found out now that when they started introducing these vegetable oils and things, seed oils, that's when people, if you look at the study, that's when people started developing heart problems. They started developing all these cancers, all these other problems started really on the rise when this stuff was being introduced, And there are a lot of doctors now that they say, oh, you can't have the fats and the salt, and that's going to cause heart problems. We've got the heart doctors now that are saying you need to be on a more high fat with the salt and the proteins, when they were saying that you really need to have all the fiber and you need to have all the stuff, they're finding out now that these things can cause the cancers and stuff. So many things that we have believed are being upended, as well as, like I said, we think that the courts, Supreme Courts, etc., were going to be beneficial. Now we find out they're on the take. We find out ones like Putin and 45 and this just craziness, this toxicity that they're putting out there. And, so it's all across the realms. It's in politics, it's environmentally, when it comes to, fracking and all of these things, and then all the drugs coming out. If you look at a lot of these drug commercials on TV, you see all of these toxic elements in them. And the side effects are worse than the thing that you went on the drug to get help with to begin with. So, it's just this whole realm of things, whether it's environment. Mentally, people are so caught up in the political realm that they're making themselves absolutely ill. So again, this is something to look at. You need to get rid of the toxins in life and come to more groundedness. Know that things are working out, things are going forward, but now we have the opportunity to go into more stillness and look more deeply and do the research. Do the deep dive into these things. Just don't accept the surface stuff because we're blocked. We're blocked, and we need to, it says, calm and look deeper into things and not just accept what's being presented out there in this toxicity. Because a lot of the things we're being handed are very, very toxic. Like we see the ones that have gone down the rabbit hole. I mean, totally in this QAnon drama, and have just gotten so far off balance into these deep state conspiracies and, all the craziness that's out there, and they absolutely believe it, and they, are not looking deeper and seeing where this stuff comes from. So again, it's addressing all of this stuff on the world stage that we're dealing with wherever we're living. It's about the toxicities that are in the planet now. Again, whether it's environmentally with the global change of the global warming, what we need to deal with that, whether it's in physicality stuff that we're dealing with, whether it's mentally, emotionally, all of these things fit together. And this is the time to, again, look deeper, and there are more revelations coming forward now that we were blocked from seeing for a time. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully somebody gets something from this. I do so appreciate everyone out there. Much love, and just continue to move forward to better things in life. Thanks.